Good morning, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. I am so happy to be participating in Ember HoneyRaven's WEDIN, Witching Every Day in November. So my intention is to upload a video at least once every day in November. So we have 30 days. I'm playing along with her. I'm playing along with a few other people that have accepted her invitation to do this. And I'm very, very excited about it. Don't mind me. I've only been awake for a little while, but I feel really good. I feel really good. It's so rare. Those of you that have known me for a long, long time, you know that it's so rare for me to have a weekend at home, especially since most of what I do between being a professional psychic and having a side position of employment that requires weeknights and weekends, it's so rare that I have the honor and pleasure and just opportunity to have a rare weekend at home. And yesterday was that powerful Blue Moon Samhain, or more commonly known as Halloween, although it's still a blue moon regardless. And yeah, and today I'm just going to take it easy. Today is Sunday, November 1st, 2020. Right now the time is approximately 10:50 a.m. I don't usually get to do a lot of videos during the day, so it's a nice change of pace when I can do that. Anyway, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about, especially since, watching Ember HoneyRaven's video, which will be linked in the description box, is that I don't really do a lot of videos that are witchy or witching topics. Twinings English breakfast tea with a little bit of half and half and a little bit of light brown sugar. Yeah. This has become my breakfast tea mug. I do usually, it depends. I'm one of those people that I don't usually drink. Well, it depends. Sometimes I'll drink coffee for breakfast or tea or water or juice. Rarely seltzer. Rarely anything else for that matter. I've never been much of a breakfast person. When I'm out and about, I will eat breakfast. I know that when I give readings at Notions and Potions, it's like breakfast is right there. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be, a full breakfast, like the ones I have at BJ's Soul Food Restaurant, or something that I have at Homespun Foods, or it could just be a coffee and a pastry at Bank Square Coffee House. But anyway. So, one of the things that I've been saying for months now is that it is a shame that it took COVID-19 to impress upon the masses the high importance of self-care. But, what I'm also going to say is that because of COVID-19 and coronavirus, the fact of the matter is that people have needed to make, people have been reminded, and those of us that are magical practitioners, be we witches, Wiccans, pagans, druids, etc., we have come, or any other magical practice, we've come to the point where we've come to realize, rather, how important it is to maintain our own magical practice. See, personally, I have had primarily two main group ritual experiences. I have the honor and pleasure of being an initiated companion of Grove Argentum. Grove Argentum is a Manhattan-based chapter of the International Fellowship of the Goddess Isis. And it is not a Wiccan group, as in Gardnerian Wicca, although the priestess is a Gardnerian Wiccan. However, I also had the honor and pleasure of participating in a group called the NYC Open Gay Men's Pagan Magic Circle. So I know that group ritual makes a difference. I know that group ritual is very powerful, but that does not mean that a solitary magical practitioner can be powerful. I have made some massively powerful magic on my own. I've made some massively powerful magic with one other person, with two other people, and certainly in a group of 5 or more. But I really have come to remember at least for me, the importance of engaging in solitary magical practice. And, for those of you who are watching who are accustomed to group ritual, remember, I invite you to consider the possibility of resuming a solitary magical practice. And I know for me, it's been eye-opening, actually. I really have gotten to the point that it's like, why did I not make time for this? Because it's so... See, here are my 2 selling points with regards to solitary ritual as opposed to group ritual. First and foremost, when engaging in group ritual, one is dealing with so many different personalities, so many different mindsets, so many different sets of beliefs. And, for a group ritual to be successful, every person needs to be committed to that group ritual's intention. So let's say, for example, that there's one person who believes that energy healing is meaningless, and they are not into sending energy healing to somebody or something or somewhere or to some cause or situation or what have you. So that person's mindset, if they cannot put that belief on the shelf for the sake of the success of that group ritual, that's going to interfere with that group ritual's intention. Okay? Another example is that, some people have difficulty following directions. Some people are just like, I love the analogy of the guy in the diner. The guy in the diner who's always there, who's always drinking a cup of coffee, who's always very loud and giving people unsolicited advice, who basically has the solution to every person's problems, but they're spending all their time in the diner. They're like not doing anything. They're just like talking, sipping. And, so if that's the kind of personality that's present in the group ritual, then that's going to absolutely interfere with that group ritual. Solitary magic practice, it's like you know yourself. You know what your intention is. You know what your desire is. You know what your need is. And you know that there's nobody else to say, I don't know about that. You sure that's important? I know that it's natural for me to give people directions. But if I am not the high priest of a grove or a coven, then why am I acting like one? When I would lead or co-lead rituals with the NYC Open Gay Men's Pagan Magic Circle, I would be the official designated high priest or co-high priest of that ritual. But there is a need for, and there is an importance to following directions. And when somebody is leading the ritual, then they need to be available to follow directions. I definitely feel that COVID-19 and all the lockdowns and all the shutdowns and all the social distancing and all the other recommendations and protocols that are put in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19 has reminded me how imperative to maintain a solitary magical practice. And even though I have a phenomenal life partner who, among magical folk, I refer to as my divine consort, the fact of the matter is that, I need to be able to engage in solitary magic. I need to be able to do things on my own. And that's certainly something that I find to be very, very important. And if you have not engaged in solitary magic in a long time, and if you've been feeling that nudge from the great goddess that says, you need to come back to this. This is important. Come back to Solitary Magick. Then follow that. You know, I mean, it's you know, today is November 1st. And November 1st is a different energy than Samhain Eve. And it's also the day after a blue moon. So again, we have a different set of energies today. But the fact of the matter is that Solitary Magick can be done at any time. It doesn't have to be, you know, I'm one of those traditionalists when it comes to Solitary Magick. For me, it's midnight. But the fact of the matter is that there's a different set of energies to a different time period. You know, maybe I need to do a new beginning. Maybe I feel the need for a new beginning in my life or in a particular area of my life. So with that, dawn. You know, I'm not a morning person, but if I need to wake up at dawn to do a ritual, I'll make it happen. You know. So anyway, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you so many bright blessings of joy, riches, success, magic, money, life, wholeness, and healing. And may November bring you that holy harvest that is especially meaningful for you right now. For you and yours, actually. For you and yours. Have a beautiful November. Have a healing November. Have a multifaceted, multi-blessed November. And stay tuned for the next video.